Okay, this is going to be another haunted classroom. I'm not sure what people think when they see that term or they hear it from me. It's not a room in a school that's haunted. My whole channel is about learning about what happens during a haunting and during a paranormal situation, and so I like to turn that into these subject matters that a lot of time are misunderstood or misexplained. There's a lot of old wives' tales and a lot of myths out there surrounding paranormal activity and hauntings, and I try to dispel those as much as I can and teach what I've learned, what I've come to believe as the truth, and convey that to other people. So this one is going to cover battery drainings. A lot of people think that battery drains only happen during paranormal investigations and to big devices that use a lot of battery power, REM pods, spirit boxes, digital cameras. That's just simply not true. What I've come to find is that anything that uses a battery can be drained and can be stolen by these things that are now pure energy and need that the energy in that battery to keep themselves viable. Um, uh, one thing that I noticed was that one night I have solar lights all over my deck, um, and I noticed when Corey Ray from K&J Paranormal came over, all of my deck lights were out, every one of them. There wasn't one left on. And I thought, wow, that's strange. They've never done that before. They've never just all gone out at the same time, all of them. There wasn't one that was left lit. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange. I wonder what's wrong with them. I was shaking them and thinking maybe, I don't know. I was trying to remember if there was a lot of cloud cover. Maybe they didn't charge or, I couldn't figure it out. So he did his thing and then left. And then the next night, all my lights are back on my deck. And then I started noticing that I would pull my earbuds, take them out of their case, these right here, and they'd be charged at 100%. I'd put them in my ears, and 15 minutes later, they'd run out of juice. And I thought, well, maybe there's something wrong with them. Maybe I need to get another pair. The next day, they were working fine. They charged at 100%. They worked for 4 hours like they normally do, and I didn't have any problems. The day after that, I didn't have any problems. And then when I started having things happen around my house, usually the morning following the activity, my earbuds would drain again. 100% when they go in my ears. About 10 to 15 minutes later, they're completely dead. And then one would stay charged and one would drain in like 10 minutes. And if the earbuds were faulty, they do it all the time. They're not just going to work perfectly fine for 3 weeks and then suddenly one will die and one will stay charged and then both will die, and that's not going to happen. So battery drainage can happen to anything. Right now, just now, this is my brand new $750 Moto Edge. There's not a thing wrong with it. I just bought it. It was charged to 80%. I went and sat down in my den on my love seat because it's kind of uncomfortable sitting at this dining room table. After a while, my back starts bothering me, so I have to go kick back in my love seat. Like 49 minutes later, my phone is shutting off. And I was like, what the hell? I thought, well, maybe I hit the button. Maybe I was grabbing it and I had my finger over the power button. And I turned it back on, and battery dead. Dead, 1%. So that's the kind of stuff that goes on. They do drain anything that runs on battery power. Um, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. It doesn't matter if it's equipment that's used in a paranormal investigation or not. If it has battery power, then it can help make them viable. And usually when that happens, when my devices start draining, um, I start getting activity within the next night or that night. It can wait a little while. It can wait about 24 hours, and then a lot of things will start happening. So they're sucking up that battery power because they need the energy, and that's what worries me. Why do they need the energy? Something's about to go down. That's what I think. That's what I found. So now I could be wrong about all this. This is just what I'm hypothesizing over my 2 years living in a haunted house. Um, because all this stuff happens with enough regularity that it's easy for me to put it together into a logical solution. And me being in a haunted house, that's the only logical solution I can come up with. I'll talk to you later.